and scattered thoughts. I don't know what's going on. You with it, I'm with it, this shit. Let's get it on. Mind racing, scattered thoughts. I don't know what's going on. You with it, I'm with it, this shit.
This double 2 times. I got Sis in here. We in Blackwall Studios. Shout out to Risco. You feel me? He like one of my silent partners. He always give us a home at Blackwall to do Blacshēp podcasts and many other filming things that we do. So I don't know, like where my cup at? See, I wasn't gonna drink, but I'm gonna be nice to have like a little bit. She got some other stuff over here, but at least it's prestige. At least it ain't cheap. I could drink it a little. I could drink. Yeah, I'm pouring my own.
Shit, for your own troubles.
For you try to set me up.
Nah, because if I pour your cup, it's going to be bigger than that.
Yeah, I don't need all that. I just need a little punk-ass sucker shot. You feel me? So I could just taste it with you because you offered it. And we on the show. You feel me? So, like, would you like people to call you or, like, people that you fuck with? Like, what they call you? What's my
everybody know you by Tamekia, but yeah, I got some friends call me Meek.
Meek, yeah.
I like to be called Big Meek.
Oh, my God. Is we gonna get started like that already? That's how you want to start this? Why is they calling you Big Meek?
Cause I'm that nigga, but you know I'm a female, but I'm a nigga. Like I'm a nigga at heart, but I'm a female. Like I get soft when I want to get soft back.
So big is just like for big personality, big energy, big aura,
yeah,
big
everything, big.
I like that. That's cool. So I appreciate you for being interested.
I appreciate you for having me.
You feel me? I be wanting to have real conversation, especially with like females, like see what's going on, like see what I can get from having good conversation. Because sometimes you can't talk to people, like so. That's why I invite people that I fuck with up here, people that's close to me, people that I care about, because we can really have a real conversation. You know, you might forget the cameras there, like we really talking, and somebody might really get something from real, genuine conversation from genuine people. You feel me? So that's why I select the people I got up here at first. You feel me? So everybody can't just come up here yet, cause I'm fucking with the people that I fuck with. Like, you feel me? I like people that I care about, people that I want to learn from, people that I feel like I could get something from. You feel me? So that's one of the reasons why you up here. You know what I mean? So is you ready?
I'm ready. I told you I'm ready.
All right. So like I picked like we like went through topics and like what we wanted to discuss and shit.
Yeah.
So. Like, before we get into that, like, you from Plainfield and shit. Like, how you feel about, like, Plainfield?
I'm not from Plainfield. I'm from Highland Park, New Jersey.
Oh, my God. Yeah. We started this. Yeah, wrap this up.
It's like, yeah, I'm from Plainfield. I've been in Plainfield most of my life. Like, to Plainfield, got shipped to Jamaica. You know, my parents Jamaican. Got shipped to Jamaica. When I came back from Jamaica, my parents was in Highland Park. So, that's where I ended up staying at. So, like... When I left Plainfield, I was like in middle school, middle school almost.
So you left that long ago?
Yeah.
Hey,
I wasn't even in middle school yet. I was about to go to middle school.
Hey, Plainfield that impressionable on people like that?
And my mother shipped me and my sister to Jamaica. Like all my siblings was out the house.
This shit bring back memories. Whoa.
All my siblings was out the house. It was just me and my little sister. My mom I guess she just wanted to be working and rocking out, stacking her bread up. So she sent us to Jamaica to her sister. Then
I was like, what's the difference between like Jamaica and America? Like for people like the big differences, like you'll notice immediately, like just growing up.
The difference is like number one, like it's so authentic out there. Like the food, like everything is fresh. Like out here, the food is just processed and like messed up, but out there is good. Like schooling wise, school is so much different and better. Like it's more strict, but it's like it's strict, but it keeps you on a narrow path. Like, you know, up here, like kids get bullied for what they don't got, and you know, kids rocking these sneakers and this and that. Third. Nah, out there you gotta wear a uniform. Everybody is wearing the same shit, and then your school shoes, you can't wear no fly shit. Yeah. You gotta wear black school shoes, even if it's black or whatever. School shoes, uniform. Like I wore skirt, shirt, and that's how I learned how to tie a tie. It's from going to school out there because I had to wear a tie.
So, like, how much of your life did you spend, or how much of like your childhood did you spend like in Jamaica?
I went to school out there for 2 years. I had an experience of going to school in St. Martin for like almost a year. I got an aunt that live out there. She's Jamaican.
So you ain't really live out there that long, but that
experience.
a couple of years it was impressionable in your life.
Experience out there, as far as like out here, like crime wise. Like,
So you were, as a kid, you liked it better out there than out here.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did there and St. Martin, because I lived in St. Martin too. You feel what I'm saying? And like, as far as like,
how far is that from Jamaica?
St. Martin, I want to say probably like a 3 hour probably.
All right, so it's not that far for over there.
No, I think it's like a 3 hour plane ride.
All right, yeah, okay. So let's get like deep into it, since we already like talking about childhood. Like, what's like something that happened in your childhood that was like life changing, whether it was positive or negative, like whether it was in Jamaica, whether it was in America. You feel me? And you could, like, this ain't just like one sided shit. Like, this open discussion. So you feel free to ask me.
I got molested as a kid.
Damn,
and it was.
We gonna go right into it.
Yeah, like cause it like
right after I said what I said. You should have stopped me before I said what I said.
But now the thing is, like, when I wasn't able to talk about it before. I was ashamed to talk about it because I always thought it was my fault. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was ashamed, and then like I figured out the more I talk about it, the more it's like a weight lift off my shoulders.
Yeah. Before we get into the actual act of the talking about the molestation, the point you just said, like, just talking about it. Like, I'm in therapy right now, so I ain't never really talk about shit before. Like, I ain't never talk about what I'm going through, what people put me through, because, like, as a man, you really, who is there to talk to? You got to talk to another man.
Then somebody look at you like, oh, you soft.
Yeah, or what I'm learning is some men can't handle it. Like, a lot of men can't handle it. Like, if I'm going to you, like, I don't know what to do, he don't even know what to do.
No, because
if he was in my shoes, he probably wouldn't even, he'd just drown. He wouldn't even ask for help, wouldn't even be looking for it. He'd just drown or run away. So then that's when I start realizing, you know, I got a kind of strength to deal with things, but then you got to have boundaries when it's set to not deal with things. So as a man, you got to be able to talk. So I'm glad you made that point, because that's why we here. It's like therapy between me and you. So the molestation, like, it was in America or Jamaica?
It was out here.
Okay. So, like, give, like, the age, like, give us, like, your age, so we could just have a scenario, like, how old you was, like, what grade what was you in? What was you doing around that time? I didn't know you was gonna smack me with that.
Yo,
like,
I lived on Westerville, and I went to Barlow School, so you know I was a kid. I don't know if I was like in the second or third grade.
Yeah.
And like the shit just fuck. Like, as a young kid, you don't know what the shit is wrong or right. Then as you get older, you like, damn, the fuck. But then I try to come out and speak about it, and everybody like, nah, that, like, he wouldn't do that. Like, I even offer, like, yo,
they did that a lot back in the day. Like, they did a lot of, like,
trying to cover stuff
up, shit up,
keep it in the family.
Yeah, they did a lot of that back. This is like the 90s. I want to say 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I know a lot of stories. I heard a lot of things, and even me, like, you know, I was molested by multiple different women. I didn't even know until recently. I tried to write a book. I'm in the first chapter, and I'm writing as a kid. The first thing I remember is fighting. So I'm like, I'm fighting. And I go to fighting, then I start, and this is how I knew it was some real shit. So I'm going to fight, and then I'm like, then I remember, then I get a taste in my mouth. I start feeling dizzy and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck wrong with me? And then that shit just start coming back. I just see like flashbacks, and I'm tripping. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I ain't never remember, so it just start all coming to me like it was buried. So all coming to me, and I'm just like, damn. Then I can't remember who it was, like, per se, because I blocked it out that much. I can't even remember who it was. You feel me? But it was multiple different women, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm glad I wasn't like, but, you know, some dudes get molested by other men. You feel me? So
that's true.
You know, even though it was women, I think it still fucked me up. And I want to get back to you, because I'm gonna make mine quick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I'm still dealing with it. I'm still going through that in my therapy. I ain't really even get to that. Like, really, I just finally spoke on it, but I ain't get deep into it. So, but basically, it fucked me up. Like, you feel me? I feel like it gave me a different look on women. Like,
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And not even in a negative way.
Nah, women are predators.
So, So it made me.
They want to say men are predators, women are predators too.
So when I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, like it gave me a look. It kind of get as I was growing up, it gave me like a worshiping women type of thing. Like I would do anything for them, even to this day. Like you know how I be rocking when we be outside and it be a lot of females or or people be with us or people be with everybody we be with. I make sure they alright because I can't have it on my conscience.
Something go wrong, something happen.
Something happened.
I could have prevented that.
She was with Double last night. They was all with Double. They used to have 50 shots over there in the corner, and they was drinking, and that was the last time.
Make sure exactly.
So, but when I was realizing it made me realize, like I kind of was like worshiping women. I let women do a lot of things to me because.
It was abuse, but at that time
I let myself get abused.
Like not just you didn't know it was abuse.
I didn't know like the sexual abuse.
What you just say?
And then
you started writing it down.
And then you realize it's mental abuse. Then you realize you subject to yourself to all abuse because it's almost like I was letting women abuse me because they was already abusing me. Like you feel me? I kind of got used to it, and you ain't really know. And then he's like, yo. Then I start becoming a man. I start. I'm running the streets and I become a man. I'm like, I'm a man now. First of all, I ain't even in the streets no more. Shut the fuck up.
And get you a time to sit back and look
process,
and see. Yep.
Because I finally crossed over to be straight. I finally went commercial. I finally dropped all that dumb shit.
So now your eyes is open. Now you're able to see everything.
I'm able to see from a righteous view too. Because I ain't fucking around at all. Like I'm righteous. I'm living right. You feel me? So I get to see all this shit. And these people that swear they righteous,
they're not
righteous at all. So, that's something I'm still dealing with. I ain't want you to put me on the spot like that, but you feel me? I ain't know you was gonna come out like that, so maybe that'd be good for the people that's watching, for the people that know us.
That's why I said the reason why when you said that, when I seen the topics that I sent you some, you sent me some, that one right there, I'm like, yeah, and I already knew I was gonna say something.
Should have put that last.
I was going to say something about it because at the end of the day, a lot of women, like people in general, like they just don't know that the more you talk about things, it's like more like when you feel you got that heavy, like I used to feel like so heavy, like something's on my back. And I was just carrying something so detrimental to me that I needed to release, but I didn't know how to release it because I'm thinking it was my fault.
How did it affect you? Like how did it affect you? Like even just, I
was always angry. I was always angry, always fighting, always getting into stuff. Not caring because I just felt like, my mom wasn't watching me, my dad wasn't watching me because I felt like if y'all was paying attention and y'all was looking at signs, y'all would have known. So that right
y'all
there.
Listen to me.
Yeah, like it was just crazy. Like at that time, like I'm thinking it's my fault, but I'm me as a parent now and looking, I pay attention to my kids. Yeah. So I'm just like. If they were paying attention,
what did it change for you in a good way? Give me a positive change because I know it sound crazy to say positive change out of a negative situation, but that's the only way you turn the shit around. Like how you said, you make sure your kids don't go through it. So that negative situation, you positively, be proactive so it doesn't happen for your kids. So give me one. Positive thing it changed for you that you changed for your family.
The positive thing was me.
And give me a negative too right after.
The negative was keeping it to myself. That was a negative, keeping it to myself.
And so what did it keeping it to yourself do to you? Like
it just made me angry. Mm-hmm. It just made me angry. It just made me want to fight. It's like anything. It just like I didn't care. Like right now at the age I am, like I think before I do shit. Like say if one of my brothers or my siblings call me like, yo, I want you to fuck this. Like nah, I got my kids. I go to jail. Before I start really freely talking about it, it's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I got this anger I want to get out. So yeah, call me. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up. Like that. That's how that was. But the positive it had is for me to talk to my kids. Like I tell my kids straight. I told my kids.
I don't pussyfoot around.
Nah, I told my kids straight like that. And all my kids, I have 7 kids.
Some of mine's toddlers, and I still talk to them straight up.
I have 7 kids. I have 3 girls and 4 boys, and all of them. I drill in their head. Like the other ones, they older now. But now what I drill in my head is in my 8 and my 6-year-old. Anybody touching you.
Give me the negative impact before we continue on. The negative impact of being molested in your
You
youth?
always angry. Always
I mean, the
angry.
positive one.
That was the positive. The positive right there is for me to be able to be freely to talk about it.
So the negative was holding it in.
Holding it in.
And the change positive was being able to talk about it. So now you could talk to your kids and now
Talk to you because I could talk to anybody. I don't care. Before it was like I was ashamed. It was like a shame, and I was like, it's my fault. But now it's like I don't care. Like I'm telling everybody. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer. Like if you just
these
talk
topics,
about it,
man. Well, this shit about to get real. I did this. I mean, I need, if you out there, I need a fucking assistant, a real producer that know what the fuck they doing. Y'all gonna have me fucking looking crazy on camera on this shit. All right, let's go into one thing you do as a parent you ain't receive as a child. Like this one of mine because this is important for me. Like what's something that you do as a parent you didn't receive as a child for your kids?
One, I always keep it 1,000 with my kids. I always keep it real. I don't hide nothing for them.
Yeah.
Two, I'm telling my kids constantly that I love them.
Yeah.
I wasn't told. Like I told my mom. Like I remember as a kid, my dad saying he loved me.
Yeah,
like,
I ain't really
get
get that.
Phone,
I ain't really
my
get
dad telling me he loved me. My mom, I can't
Remember.
I put that on my life. I can't recall my mother ever telling me she loved me. But when I said it to her, she'd be like, I do love you. I tell you that. Like when you get off the phone, I love you. I'm like, nah, mom.
She
You
don't
don't
even realize.
I'm like, nah, you ain't never tell me
Is
that. I'm
your
like,
relationship strained?
who, me and my mom? I'm not close to my mother. But right now, as I'm older, to how I am with my mom, I'll do anything for her. That's my mom.
All right. So one thing as a parent I ain't receive, like, because I want to talk about my relationship with my mother because I want to see what you think and shit. Like, so one thing, like you said, it's I'm hands on. Like I don't be playing house. Like ain't no bitches about to be playing with my kids. Oh, I met double kids. Or
Nah.
you take double kids out. I don't play none of that. Ain't no stepmommy. I don't even play stepmommy at all. I don't play stepdaddy. But I can't control what somebody
else want to do
on their side. On this side, ain't no fucking stepdaddy.
Hell no.
It's only one daddy. If I'm deceased, I'm incarcerated, I ain't around, then you the next father figure up. On y'all side, if y'all want to stay, that's your stepdaddy, and that's what y'all agree on.
Nah,
that's what y'all
I only require a stepfather if it's marriage. If
Yeah,
it's
so,
marriage,
yeah,
then that's your stepfather. If it's no marriage,
now
then, no.
and if it's marriage and engagement involved, it's much respect. But I still don't really call it that. I say it's a respectable father figure over there. You feel what I'm saying? I don't. You feel? That's what I do. And look, and just because I say it for that too, I do the same. Like
Yeah.
we ain't gonna have nobody over here saying stepmommy. Like
Nah.
engaged, married. It's not your mom. Your mom.
It's over there. This who your mother is, but you're
feel
gonna
what I'm saying?
respect her. And as a woman, you should respect that man's child, that kids too. But also, you need to treat that man's child as you're gonna treat yours.
And I tell this, and that's the one thing. And like you said, you keep it 1,000 with your kid. That's what I do, man. Like my kid's about to be. I got my toddler's about to be 4. I like to have honest conversations. Like I did that with my 6-year-old when I came home. She was 6. Now she about to be 12.
Yeah, she got.
We still can have. Like we still have raw ass conversations. Like the other last week we was having a conversation. She was crying. She got a little emotional. She said she felt uncomfortable, and I pushed her a little bit because I was a little worried. I just wanted to see how far, like, and I'm just like, damn. I'm dealing with like a little emotional woman now.
But that's good though that she's able to express that to you and talk to you and stuff.
Yeah,
that's good. Like the way you is, like my dad used to, like my dad had conversations with me when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like as far as like my dad was like, if you with someone and they cheat on you, he said, don't go out there and go sleep with somebody else. He said, you are a female, you're a woman. He said, you need to value your body. Me as a man, I go out there and sleep with whoever I want to sleep with. He said, that man did something, whatever. Just don't give him none. He said, don't go out there and go put
use your pussy as power. Yeah.
No, he said value your body. Value your body.
Yeah. Value is not giving it away.
Exactly.
Not sharing it.
Just because somebody pissed you off that time, you with that person that pissed you off, they cheated. Oh, you went out there. I'm gonna go. But then after you done,
all right. Before look. Look. You go into the other topics, but I'm glad you said it. So I'm gonna say like my relationship with my mother real strained right now. Like my mother was the apple of my eye. Couldn't do nothing wrong, even though she probably did everything wrong.
It's a lot of relationship strain.
I couldn't see it. I saw it. I finally saw it. She got me. She done got I watched her get everybody. I thought I was safe.
Nah. Somebody like if you sneaky, you sneaky. If you conniving, you conniving. Anybody can get it. So, don't matter who it is.
So I got. When I got, I ain't want to get got no more. I ain't want to get got by the person I look so
that you held up on
so
the pedestal.
you try to hold them accountable. Like, look, then you can't.
You can.
The person, no, you can't, they won't let you.
But
So
and that's the
and that's the end of the relationship. No matter who it is, if a person's able to hold you accountable, and you're never able to hold them accountable,
it can't go
the
that way.
relationship
It's done.
must be over. I don't give a fuck who it is.
No, I agree with you.
Because we talking about like the molestation, right?
Uh-huh.
Not to get it back to molestation, but those people that do those things and they never get held accountable, they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So if people would have held them people accountable, probably could have prevented it from happening again. And that's my thing as a man, as a person who came up and came from the struggle and came up from self-appointed struggle and struggle that I didn't cause myself. I don't want to go back. And I don't want you to put me in that position. And I don't want your conniving, lying, cheating, stealing ways. I don't do that. I don't do those things. Yes, I sold drugs. Yes, I was a gang member for a long time. And I liked it. But I don't steal. I don't rob.
Crips are different, though. Crips are different. Crips is about their money. Crips is not about banging and shooting and killing. Like, if you do something, they gonna do something back. But Crips is always about their bread. Like, that's what it was. Like that in these Bloods, they just out here. They mentality.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. All right. So what you think about? I ain't even really get into like how we got strained, but it's just lies, conniving, dirty work, playing the baby mamas. Like, I'm like, yo, I introduced you. I said, I introduced you to this woman disrespecting me so the disrespect can stop. I felt if she spoke to my mother, you can't disrespect the son speaking to the mother. And I don't mean my mother going to get on her. I just mean I thought my mother would be able to hold her accountable. And
for
that's
certain
when
things
I
that she
realized,
did as a woman to woman.
That's when I realized women don't hold women accountable.
They don't.
Like
they don't.
So y'all group up and hold men accountable, but y'all
don't
hold each other accountable. Then I had to go back and say,
and it's
hold up. Just like men do women dirty. And just because I speak about, and I want everybody that be on Facebook be on my ass, just because I speak about women, don't mean I can acknowledge and respect what y'all say about men. I don't know about men. I'm not gay. I'm not sitting here all up in bro business like, so how did it work out for you, bro?
You ain't gotta be gay.
Yeah, but I don't know men. I don't chill with men. When you see me, who I be with?
Your kids.
Or myself. I be out. I don't really be with men like that. And like you said, men don't talk. I don't talk. So everything I learn from women. Y'all are the sources of all information. Y'all are the teachers. And y'all teaching some bullshit. Some bullshit, man. But
and this make me feel bad because I know I could agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%.
Y'all treat us bad.
Don't say y'all. I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah, y'all, because woman kind.
No. Because as a woman, when I be looking back and I be seeing certain shit, I be like, these bitches be making me look.
You do.
Crazy. Like, and I you're 1,000% right. You are 1,000% right. Women do not hold.
But you know what I learned?
Accountable.
But you know what I learned?
What?
And this one made me ease up. Like I gotta fall back on women. Y'all do each other way worse than y'all do men, man.
Bro, I got some females. I'm not even calling bitches because they used to be my friends. I just cut them off because I can't. And it's to the point where if this was the younger me, I probably would have beat them the fuck up. But my whole thing is, I looked at you as a friend. I looked at you as my sister. I looked at you like you know certain things about me. I won't ever want to cause no harm or no hurt to you.
So now we discussed like how that is, and when you got the vibe. Let's get back to what I said about my mother. How do you feel about I basically stated how I feel. How you feel about what I said about basically it's the accountable part. Like this, like I feel like that about most black women in my life. My baby mothers, y'all hold me accountable for everything I ever did.
No,
I pay the price. I pay the price. Like what authority do you got over me that you could hold me accountable? I can't even tell you when you wrong. That means I can't protect you. I can't have you around me. You a liability. You fuck up my money. Why would I have you around my money again?
I can't have you around my money.
You fuck up with my kids, and I can't hold you accountable.
I can't have you
Why
around
would
my
I
kids?
have you around my kids anymore?
It's none of that. Like
you put me in jeopardy. You put a police on me. You put a nigga on me. How can I ever protect you or not treat you as a liability?
You can't.
Like, so I ain't even have to really get into deep what the situation was about, but that's how I feel about all the motherfuckers. How can I protect you? I'm the one y'all gonna call. I ain't calling y'all. I ain't call you yet.
Cause y'all can't protect me. Y'all,
you can't do shit for me. You can't fucking protect nothing. You can't protect yourself out here.
No, I can't even say anything.
And I'm not
going
to
1,000%
and I'm not.
true.
And I don't mean that you can't bear arms. I don't mean that you can't bust ass. I don't mean that you can't kick up and fight for yourself. But you shouldn't have to, and you can't do it and get to almighty man. A man is different from beating up women. You might can beat up 1, 2 men. Can you beat up 5?
Nah, you can't.
I done lined up. That's you talking about this gang shit. I done got in that circle for 8 minutes. I ain't never get beat like that ever again. And I never will. Because I'm prepared.
That
like
shit
people look at initiation like it's stupid. It is stupid.
No, it is, but that shit prepare you too.
And it show you right then and there who about it or not. And it's sad that men put each other through stupid shit like that. But maybe y'all females need to put y'all females in a circle before y'all have y'all little groups, because y'all female circles be broken. Y'all start fucking each other, men.
See, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that
niggas do that too.
I'm so happy.
Not at the rate of women. When niggas do it, you gotta fight or somebody gotta die damn near. Because you can't do that to him. I can't fuck my brother, white fuckers. Like y'all do that shit regular.
That the females that I am cool with and the females that I was cool with, that's one thing I can vouch and say that none of them bitches ever slept with nobody that I slept with, whatever. Like me and this girl had one situation. She used to mess with this dude. Me and her was cool. And me and her ended up being cool because another mutual friend. You feel what I'm saying? But I didn't know about her messing with that dude. And this is the beginning of me and her being cool. You feel what I'm saying? But I already was messing with dude. So with
that, do you stop? What do you do?
I was still fucking with him. But my whole thing is, I didn't at that time. Me and you we are beginning a friendship.
Oh, yeah, it's a new friendship.
You feel what I'm saying? We began a friendship, but we beginning the friendship.
So if it was a good friend, would you stop the relationship for
a close? If that was a good friend, I would have known.
Yeah, you would have known. Say less.
I wouldn't have known, and I wouldn't even be. You feel what I'm saying? But this is somebody I just met. You feel what I'm saying? And I met because of a mutual friend. And the mutual friend, I'm 41. I've been friends with this girl since we was 5. I've been friends with this girl since I was 5. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So anybody she bring around me, they good, they Gucci. You know what I mean? Cause you good. Me and you been friends since 5 years old.
So did the friendship ain't make it?
Nah, like I like the friendship ain't make it. It was like a whole bunch of. We gotta do another podcast for that though. But we gotta do another podcast for that. Like we ain't even gonna touch that subject.
Yeah, so fuck it. Let's go to the next subject.
We ain't even gonna touch that subject.
I don't know who put this fucking order. That's why I needed sisters. So let's go into like co-parenting, right? So let's go into co-parenting. Like you give me your definition or your perspective, or if you got a co-parenting situation. Without mentioning, you don't gotta go into deep. Just give a synopsis, a little overview of a situation you might have, what you would want to have, or what you believe co-parenting should be like.
2 of my kids' father had a very good co-parenting. Like my son, he's 21. Okay. His dad was in the streets. You know, dad hustled or whatever the case is. His dad came home. His dad almost lost his life or whatever the case is. But I never pushed his dad. I never came to his dad like, oh, I want money, I want bread. It was not about that with me. It was basically, I want you to have that relationship with my son. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to guide our son a different route from what you went. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not telling. I ain't never go to his father like, oh, I need money for this.
All right. So even though you never did that, I'm gonna just cut you off just to get the point, so I have understanding. Like, do he just do his thing? Like, do he got like his own routine and how he do his thing, how he go about caring for his child?
But how he I don't know.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
So that's just how they.
Anything financially that has pertained towards our son, I never went to him for nothing.
I mean, but has he provided financially, even though you never had? He's on his
own.
I'm just asking if he, as
like
a man,
if my son was to go to him like, yo, dad, I need whatever. He's like, all right, I got you. Just give me a few. Whatever.
So
me personally, I've never like went to him like, yo, I need this, I need that, because I didn't want him back in the streets. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't want him to be back in the streets. I didn't want him to be back hustling.
So basically, what's your understanding that you basically saying you ain't want to push a burden on him?
No,
like subconsciously, like what, like
I didn't,
because that's what he got to do. So, but what's your mindset to say
my
that?
mindset is I don't want you out there hustling. Just spend time with my son. Like financially, I got him. Fuck all that shit. I need you to be there for my son. That's it. Like I don't want you out there in the streets. I don't want you hustling. You almost lost your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then when you came back on the streets, niggas was shooting at you again years later.
So do you feel like that lift a burden off him? Like, is that conversation that you have with him, or is that something just like a mutual understanding?
A mutual understanding. Like it was to the point where I had my son's father was living with me for years.
Yeah.
Years, had a girl and everything.
But you just held it down, like
he lived with me for years. Like his mother was the one who came to me, like, Tamekia, can you just please let my let my son, and I let him stay. And it's not even that. It's because my whole thing, I look at it like he's staying here. His son gonna see that. Even though me and his dad is not together, he gonna see that we get along.
You
and we still cool.
Not saying that everybody gotta go to that extent, but that's definitely extending the olive branch like way out there. Like that's raw, because that probably allowed him to get back on his feet, do his thing, which he could be able to, turn that around and give back to his son. Like that's another thing I think females gotta understand. Like you gotta
females think it's about money. It's not about money.
So co-parenting is not about money?
It's not about money. To me, it's not about money. Even my two youngest. Yeah. Rest their father, soul in peace. We had his father, I love that man wholeheartedly.
Yeah, good man.
That man been gone 7 years. June 24th of this year, make it 7 years since that man been gone. He got murdered when our baby was 10 months old, and our other son was a year about to be 2. His father been holding it down ever since. Yeah. Ever since. And my whole thing is like, I feel like if he was here, I would never have them kids.
Yeah.
I would never, because he was always, even before I had the baby. Other one, he used to always like, where he at? Come bring him. Even the grandfather, come get him, come bring him. They used to have him for weeks on end.
Yeah. So, co-parenting.
It's not about money.
It's not about money.
It's not about money. At the end of the day, if that father was in the street, he was banging, he was hustling, he was doing whatever, and he's trying to turn his shit over, it's hard for convicted felons. It's very hard for them to go out there and find a job. It's very hard for them. The government, the system make it hard for them. Yeah, so when you sit there and constantly pushing that financial burden on them, like if you a strong black woman, like hold your kids down. At the end of the day, it's going to be greater. It's going to be greater. You're basically trying to push your child father, like you're not basically saying, oh, go back to the street. But at the end of the day, with them, they're going to be like, my back against the wall.
You rushing a nigga, you putting pressure on a nigga,
and the nigga going to be like, my back against the wall. I got to get out here. I got to get this money, take care of my kids. Anything could happen. One or two, 6 feet under or in jail. And then both, he going to be away from the kids. So which one do you want?
So let me give you like my perspective on co-parenting. This is like my formula, what I'm formatting, was keeping me off child support. I got 4 kids, 4 baby mamas. I ain't on child support. You feel me?
That's great.
And I don't think they want to even try to do that. Like it'd be stupid. You feel what I'm saying?
For that. That's great.
Yeah, and I respect them for that too. Like even I respect my baby mothers to a certain. I don't respect how they disrespect me. You feel me? And disrespect is the things they do, say, lie. I gotta keep it solid and don't disrespect them. I gotta keep it solid.
Nah, keep it solid. You be the bigger person.
Bigger person. Yeah, that's solid to me. That's being 100.
Wait. Nah. It's not silence. This my whole thing is you're being the bigger person. You being the bigger person. Yeah. And the reason why,
because I know that
I'm a female and I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna keep it 100. The reason why they probably doing that and that because they still want to be with you. They still want to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? And
I ain't hitting them.
Exactly.
I don't
maybe if you was tapping it, maybe they wouldn't be the way they is.
I thought if I wasn't tapping it, that's the rule. Yo, I ain't hitting none of my joints. I ain't hit when I left. I ain't hitting them. So I thought, look, as long as you don't put your dirt in them, we good. What you send a bottle over to baby mama. She over there, send it, make sure they good. As long as I ain't hitting them,
because she coming over there with her friends like that nigga. What the fuck he trying to approve? Send me a bottle. That's what he's sending me a bottle for. I got my own motherfucking money.
So you know what's crazy? I got so many resources. It's like I can't protect you. I can't extend my resources to you. Like I don't pay for shit. I double in. Let double in.
If you can't
send this to double, give this to double. I want my kids to have that, and I want to be able to send that to my baby mothers. But that relies on respect. You feel what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect. I don't got a lot of respect for y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Some of y'all. You feel me? And not because I don't respect you as a parent, not because I don't respect you as a person. I don't respect how you doing me. You feel me? Because when people do me like that, I usually do people worse.
They still gotta grow up. They still
But
got
I
a lot going
can't.
up to them.
I'm waiting, but yo, this shit almost made me go move away. Like that's the fighting co-parenting. Like how I do it right is I try to get my kids like multiple. I'm getting my kids multiple days. I try to get them multiple days out the week. You ain't spending no money. They with me, and I'm making sure they good. Like when I'm with my kids, they gonna eat good. They gonna do the same things these adults doing.
I see what you do. I see all the time.
Feel me?
Like,
On a regular.
And I take my hat off to you for that because I see it all the time because you don't have a lot of dudes up there taking care of their kids and doing this and spending. It's about quality time. And
maybe that's why children mothers be kind of little the way they is too, because some dudes don't do that, and maybe I be feeling rare. Like I get fives. People stop me in the street every time I got my kids.
But that's good because at the end of the day, you said your kid's about to be 4, right?
Yeah.
And they say like, oh, when you get older, you don't remember shit when you're younger.
They gonna remember.
Hold up, I remember shit. My grandmother passed away when I was like 6. I think like 6 years old, 6 or 5 years old. I still remember my grandmother's funeral. I remember everything. You feel what I'm saying? So what you're doing with your kids, you are creating memories. When they get older,
they ain't gonna, I did this with my dad.
Dad, remember this? Dad, that's what it is. Memories.
They doing it now.
The memories is
It's priceless.
that.
It's priceless.
And it's something that's going to be embedded. It's going to be embedded in their head. Like, they're not going to be thinking about, I remember when I was 5 years old, my dad got me these Jordans, or he got me these Yeezys, he got me that Supreme book bag. Nah, they ain't going to remember that shit. I remember when I went to the park with my dad, and we had this ice cream, that spot right there, I'm going to go eat with my dad.
Don't get it fucked up. They get all that too. They get that too.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're not going to remember that.
That's not the most important to me. And I try to make sure that's not the most important to my kids. So, we gonna have all the fly shit. We ain't gonna have it. But we ain't gonna have it out yet. But we gonna make memories. Thing is,
what's going to matter the most, and what's going to be embedded in their head.
The kids, so you could get that to them too.
No, when they get to a certain age.
Oh yeah, definitely with a certain age. Yeah,
right now, you say about to be 4, and the oldest is like what? So the oldest is what, 12?
Yeah, so it mattered to her.
So with her, it's different because she getting older. She about to be in middle
that's
school,
going into our next
high school, and stuff like that.
The next subject is the gaps between children. So continue on.
So all my kids basically is like 2 years apart. Not all of them. So I have.
You got 7. Start with the oldest.
The oldest is 23.
So then 2 years behind that, then
21.
And then 2 years behind that,
19. And it's not even 2 years after that because he just turned 19 in March. She's 17. She's going to be 18 in September.
You got more baby daddies than I got baby mamas? who winning over here? I mean, what you got? I got 4 with a full. I got a Wendy's combo.
I got 5. I got 5 baby fathers.
Well, you could drink to that. I ain't got no more. I don't need.
I got 5 baby fathers.
So how is that? All right, before we get into age, guys, like, is it like beef? Like, has baby fathers ever had like shit was like drastic, or keeping them away from each other, or these can't meet each other? Do situations ever be good with baby fathers? Like,
see, now my oldest, I can't stand her father. If I see him right now, I hit him with my car.
Oh, God.
But my whole thing is, I've never spoken bad to my kids about none of their fathers.
Yeah, that's 100. That's dope. I'm glad you said that.
Even after all the broken promises, not doing this, not doing that, like, I've never spoken bad because at the end of the day, I don't want to be the person to put that bad seed in my kids' head. Like, oh, my mom said this. No, I want them to see it for themselves. Like, my oldest, she's 23. Her dad in the streets. He's a blood from Newark. And
still in the streets?
I don't know now. I don't know if he's in the streets
back
now.
in the day, yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, he was in the streets, so he wasn't doing with the dudes that there. Never said anything to her. He supposed to come get her, never come get her. I remember she was like 12 or 13. Something happened. I can't remember what it was. Something happened. She was mad, and she was like, "I hate you, you faggot," and she walked off. This nigga talking about something. I'm about to fuck her up. I said, "You ain't touching my daughter." He like, "Oh, she just called me a faggot." I said, "Cause that is from a place of hurt. You hurt you keep hurting her.
So you can't hurt her again. You gotta figure out how to heal that.
You gotta figure out what it is. Like, even right now, like, she be telling me, like, my daughter funny as hell. Like, she be telling me, she be like, my dad sitting there keep talking about some good morning beautiful. What the fuck like, she don't curse at me, but what he's good morning beautiful me for? Like,
so
he gonna be hurt when I block him again.
So
like,
she older?
She older? 23. She blocked him for like a year. He had my sister calling her. He had his son mother calling. Just unblock your dad. Your dad want to talk to you. So now he be doing dumb shit now. She be like, he gonna be hurt when I block him. My daughter's not with the bullshit.
So 23, 21, 19.
17 about to be 18.
17 about to be 18.
Then I got a 15-year-old.
15. And then
After the 15-year-old, it's a big gap. It's a
That's a huge
15.
gap.
Yeah, he 8.
8.
And then 6.
And then
they
6.
2 years apart.
They 2 years apart. 8, 6. Then from 8, 15, and 2 years after.
That's why I
You done went through all the stages of life.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fuck, after 5, I was like, all right, with an 8-year-old come, like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here?
it's fucking- you can take them. You can take them all. Get you some foster kids. Get you know what I'm saying? Just raise them all. I know what to do.
I love the kids. I love the kids.
And
I
you said
swear
how
to
many
God.
girls? How many boys?
I got 4 boys, 3 girls.
So my age gap, they about to be 4. My little 3 musketeers.
I'm gonna say they're like 2, 3 months.
Yeah, each of them like 2, 3 months, and then the last one like, yeah.
You got the first one.
Yeah.
It's like
I got big Tyler and little Tyler. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's 2019 was a good year. It's a good year. Thank you, Amina. You feel me? Amina the God mommy. You feel me? That was them drinks, them shots.
$2 Tuesday.
And they wasn't. I ain't even meet my baby mothers. Wasn't even there. They was just like
Nah,
it was just.
no. One of them was. I remember one being there.
But I was.
That's at the time when you wasn't there yet because I was bartending.
Yeah, and I don't pick.
And then after I stopped bartending, I just started coming for the festivities.
You know, I don't. People would think like I pick up, but I don't really pick up women. Like people thinking like I just be picking up women. I don't. I be chill. Like women pick up me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
Like I don't really pick up women at all. Like I ain't never.
But that's
I
good
don't
because,
choose.
you know-
I don't choose. But I'm starting to. I gotta choose who choose me. I gotta just look at the ones who choose me.
Because you can't go off of everybody.
Can't go because that's that love bombing and shit. You thinking everything's sweet. Like I was fresh out of jail. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But in my age gap with my kids, what? So that's like 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Damn. And a lot of that was because of jail. Shit, I probably wouldn't have had. I came home with 1.
Yo, bro, when shit,
what the fuck happened,
bro? Yeah, when I see you start posting like one of your baby mothers, I'm cool with her. Like, you know, I'm cool with her, and then I'm like, yo, because I couldn't figure for life who it was, and she was sitting. I'm like, oh, okay. She told me who the father was, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Which way you cool, bro?
And then.
I don't know which way you.
Nah, she cool peoples though. I don't know. Like she cool peoples. Orgy mom, Honor.
Oh, Veronica.
She cool. Like she cool as hell.
You
like
cool with her?
She cool.
Oh, that's good.
We
might get work something out since you cool with her.
You
might get fix something. We might get work something out now since she cool with her. You know what I mean?
Nah, she cool. Nah, she cool people. Dead ass. Like she cool. I met her like through
shout out Honor Audrey mom.
Yeah, like
and all that.
Yeah, like everybody know her from her Facebook name, the Deer. That's not her fucking name. Her name is Veronica.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to her or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, she cool though.
Yeah. Damn, yo. I got 3 girls.
And 1 boy.
Kicking my ass.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful. Like, well, not even now. Like, your girls, if you did anything like hurt females and stuff, you know, like I'm a firm believer in karma. Like I am, and my mother always told me growing up, be mindful of what you do, because what you do don't.
I definitely.
It don't gotta come back to you. To come back to your girls. That's why I feel like I have been, and like I don't allow shit to happen with me with dudes. Like I see certain shit, you do shit, you're done. Because my dad got 13 fucking kids. He got 7 with my mom. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I am my mother, but I feel like I'm a better version of my mother.
Is raising boys and girls like differently? It's like is it like raising them? Is it that much different?
It's kind of because then like some of them
like what type
like,
of like with love you
not
know?
love. The reason why I say is because some of them think like, oh, like because he's a boy, he get to do this, or I'm a girl, I get to do this. Nah, like I raised him the same way, because me growing up, it's certain stuff that I couldn't do. And we're like, oh, because he a boy. That shouldn't be the reason why I can't go out and stay out till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But then you got my brothers out here staying out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But then I'm okay if I'm with my brothers. But if I'm by myself, I'm getting fucked up if I walk through that door. Yeah. It's wrong. Like you gotta give them the both. Like I understand like the traffic.
So even though you got a boy and girl, they both got the same curfew.
Yeah,
they both got the same rules.
I'm not sitting there. Just talk to them the
your
same
son
way.
Your son not going out there fornicating, and your daughter sitting in the house like, why he out there fornicating?
Like go ahead, do you be free? Like
I agree with that.
Just be free. Go ahead. Just be smart about it. Like, you gotta
be careful with the wire.
My whole thing is with the kids. Like, if you sit here and try to like shield your daughters, and then you gotta be in the house this time. The boys be out. Like, oh why? Then when they go out, they gonna start wailing.
Yeah. I agree. I think you should raise. Only thing differently is like you could be a little tougher on the boys. Like you might rough them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Grab them up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really with touching the girls. I ain't put my.
I kind of rough my daughters up a little bit, but not to the extent where I rough my boys up. Like my boys, their punishment.
You gotta grab them up. You gotta look them at them in the face. You gotta like let them see that you mad. Let them see that you sweating a little bit.
Nah, like so, like say, for when they were younger, and I discipline them. My daughters, I beat them. My sons, they getting this fist work. Yeah, you getting straight body shots.
Yeah, we old now. You can't hit these kids no more.
Yes, I still do. Like my 8 and 6 year old, I tear their asses up.
See, so
as soon as they start crying, shut the fuck up.
See, I follow the law now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go back to jail for like.
You know what I tell my kids?
Yeah, you know my kids listen. My kids be listening to me.
But you know what I tell
Daddy ain't playing. I ain't playing no more. You see my.
You know what I tell my kids? Go to school, tell them I beat you. They gonna take your ass. You ain't gonna never see me again.
Yeah, they gonna give you somebody. You ain't gonna have them fly ass clothes no more.
Nope.
You gonna be at a potato sack.
Exactly. Not even potato sack, plastic bag.
I just seen some shit where they was adopting some black kids in West Virginia, making them slaves.
And they was yes, I seen that. That's crazy.
And they was probably trafficking. They had a bunch of ranches. They sold their ranch for their bill. They probably got it through trafficking. That shit blew my mind. So it made me think about it. Yeah. That's wild. So, what's next on my list? I think I got this subject a little crazy. So, I think it was incarcerated
parents.
Yeah, I think it was incarcerated parent. So, you could talk about like your parents. Because it's incarcerated parent and deceased parent, right? So, both your parents deceased.
Who?
You said your
my mother and father still living. My mom is 70 and my dad's 74.
All right, so you ain't got no deceased parents. Good. That's a blessing. So, you got a incarcerated baby father, and you got a deceased baby father, right?
I can relate to both.
So, start with incarcerated, like having a baby father. Were your parents incarcerated?
Mm-mm.
All right, so that's your only experience from that is with your baby fathers.
Correct.
You been incarcerated?
Yeah, I have, but not for no time. Like,
yeah, just a little slap on the wrist, sitting a little holding cell.
Sitting in the county for like 5-6 days.
Oh yeah, that ain't shit. She lost a couple pounds and shit. That's about it. You feel what I'm saying? Miss a couple days of work.
That 5-6 days, I ain't never come back in this bitch again.
Yeah, so yeah, you learned your lesson for real.
I sure did.
So having an incarcerated baby father, talk about that, and then talk about having having a baby father that ain't here no more.
So incarcerated, my oldest son, he was a baby. His dad, I don't know what his dad got himself involved in. I believe it was a drug charge. I was pregnant with my son. Damn. I remember he went to the court. He
ain't even see his son born.
Huh?
He ain't see his son born?
No, he was, because he went to court. He asked the judge. He told the judge, like, I got a baby on the way. I was in court, too. Judge see my stomach. Judge let him stay home. But the whole thing about that is, I just wish, I wish the judge would allow him to be home a little longer after I had him. It's like the judge is gurning him, like, all right, you can see your son being born. But I want to say probably like a week or 2 weeks the most after he was born, he had to turn himself in.
Yeah.
So from that being packing up a baby, going down here to go see him, doing this, it was crazy. Just a lot. Then when he got to the halfway house, taking my son to see him in the halfway house, like that's just something.
Do you feel like that's necessary to take a child to?
No, I don't feel like it's necessary. Because at the end of the day, the child is not going to remember anything. You feel what I'm saying? And just to be putting a baby or a child through all of that, got to be searched, got to be all this just to get to a visit, just to see someone. Like if you riding out with your dude and you got a kid with him, yeah, like see if somebody can keep that baby, because it's not detrimental or important that child see his father incarcerated.
But what about the father to see his child?
Nigga, I'm gonna send you pictures.
Yeah.
Fuck, why I'm gonna bring my baby in here? Getting up early in the morning.
Nah, it makes sense. I'm just asking from a different perspective.
I'll send you pictures you want to see. You gonna be.
And shout out to all of the baby mothers and the children mothers, you know, and single
That
mothers.
do get up, because
whether you with the dude or not, and you get up and you go put money on them books, or you get up and you go to them visits, whether you go to the county, whether you take them long rides to the prisons, like salute you. It is important coming from somebody who's on the other end of those. Like sometimes you be want to give up. Sometimes you don't got that feeling. You don't feel it. It's not there. You ain't around. Like you got to see it to believe it. You got to feel it. It got to be in your face. You got to kiss it.
But it's a difference. It's a difference if this child father has like 15, 20 years. Then I
ain't saying that you got to do it all the time.
No.
But
I'm just saying, like, if you got like few years, 2-3 years, like it's not important.
Yeah.
But if you got like 15, 20, it's a must that child need to go see their father.
What about like parenting? Like, is the father able to parent? Even though he incarcerated, even though he's separated, you know, he might be somewhere far away or something.
I just feel like the father can parent, but when a child gets to a certain age, as far as like as teenage wise, like and they looking at it like in their home with their mom, like, nigga, what the fuck you can do? You locked up. Fuck you, nigga. Like that's how a lot of kids think. Yeah. You're locked up. What can you do? You can't discipline me. Yeah. I'm out here with my moms. Like,
but is the lessons, the talks, the letters, the visits, do something?
It depends, because you gotta be there before somebody else in the streets get to your child. Because if you don't have that bond and build that relationship with your child,
this just sounds like South Central
to the streets, because somebody else to the streets can get to your child before you can. And then they already in your child brain.
You got your son out there.
And then you go see your dad, and it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Like you could be pouring your heart out. Like, look, dude, this is my charges. I did this. What? The child don't care because this nigga right here in the street that's getting it, that got bread, and they got this fly card.
That's what he look up to.
He got hella bitches. What he's saying, they ain't making no sense to me, nigga. You locked up. You just was dumb and got caught. But this nigga out here making sense.
Yeah.
But not realizing that this nigga out here just wants you ain't got no charge, you fresh meat. Ain't nobody gonna be looking at you here. Hold this gun. Man. Go ahead and take this work. Go get rid of this work. Go do this. Go do that. They not looking at it like that, but that's what them other niggas on the street looking at it like.
Being an incarcerated parent is tough.
I used to tell them niggas like straight up. My two older ones coming up, I used to tell them niggas like, I don't care. I'm not in the streets. Yeah, I fight, whatever the fuck it is. I used to tell them niggas all the time, I live in the projects. You ever give my sons anything, you're going the fuck to jail. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck if I'm cool with you. I don't give a fuck if I dab you up, hug you. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You ever give my sons anything, you're going the fuck to jail. If you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to give them the shit, and I'm going to tell the police who gave him the shit. So my son is not going to be, oh, he snitched. No, his mama snitched, bitch. The fuck? Nah, like, don't do that shit. Don't give my son nothing.
Yeah, I ain't never, like, recruit no little homies or get nobody no pack or try to have people under me or open the hoods. That wasn't something I was doing. Like, you know, I mean, if I fucked up myself, I fucked up myself. I ain't really want to fuck up other people's lives. And sometimes I still fucked up some lives unknowingly just because people looked up and followed you, man. People be like, I want to be like that nigga. Yeah, I like it. Like, I influenced a lot of people to be Crip. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Without even telling them you can't join me.
Even my baby father. Blues Clues, motherfuckers used to hang around him like, yo, they used to just love beating him. Like, they was like just mesmerized by that nigga. Yeah, like, they just love that nigga.
He was a recruiter.
I used to be sitting there looking like,
he was a recruiter.
This motherfucking nigga, y'all, like, what the fuck?
Y'all want to follow him? He was good. He
was a good dude.
He was good to talk to people. Like, you know what I mean? He was like a big brother to people. Like, you know, and he was about.
He was 100, like he was real, like he was a real nigga. And my whole thing with him is
he was influential, whether it was negative or positive. You feel what I'm saying?
He can influence you while on some negative shit, and he can influence you on some positive shit. Yeah. Like, it's one thing that everybody knows Blue Clues. Like, y'all don't know Michael. Michael's who I know. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
So,
like, and Michael,
we're gonna talk about, because we're gonna get to the deceased parent. I just want to say, like, talk about incarceration being as a parent from my perspective. It was real tough. Cause you really,
was your daughter mother bringing your daughter all the time?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did good.
Wait, how old was your daughter when you first got locked up?
Probably like 3. No, my daughter was 1. I got locked up on my daughter's first birthday by the feds. Like,
God damn, nigga.
On her first birthday, I was planning to go to the party. I fucked up the party. I probably supposed to be bringing stuff to the party. Probably supposed to be doing stuff.
I commend her mother though. I commend her mother for.
And shout out to my baby mother. Shout out to Putty Putty did.
Me and her cool too. She's a cool little chocolate little something. Like she cool.
Yeah,
like,
Putty, and she just had she engaged and she got I think they just recently had another child. So
congratulations, yeah, I seen that.
Congratulations to him and her, and shout out to the for the new baby and all that. But Putty did pretty good. And I'm pretty sure like she ain't never experienced nothing like that. So for something like that to happen, she was still young too. She a little couple years younger than me, so it was a lot. It was a lot. Like they was tapping phones. And it was a lot, so you gotta get that letter in the phone, like your family, like what the fuck is this? Like then I give her a lot of. So she bailed me out, like she got me out on bail too. Like you feel what I'm saying?
I commend her.
Yeah, she got me out on bail. She signed
because I see how close you and your daughter. That's why I asked you how old was your daughter when you got locked up, because you and your daughter is real close.
Yeah, we she getting older now. Our relationship be going up and down, but.
She's a teenager.
She's a teenager now.
Through that stage.
So yeah, maybe you could talk. So you cool with the baby mothers? I ain't even really cool with like that. And I ain't saying I ain't cool with them. Like I got a problem. I don't really got no problems with them. Like
your daughter just need to see that relationship that you and her mom. Like you and her mom is still cool, even though y'all.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said it. Like you know what I'm saying.
Y'all cool, even though y'all together. Y'all not together. Y'all still cool. Y'all
yeah,
can
she
still
did.
Be around.
Respectfully, like she one of them people that ain't accountable. Respectfully, so maybe you could have that conversation with her about accountability as a friend, as somebody that knew me. You feel me? I'm accountable as hell. I do what I do. And I take responsibility and deal with all the consequences and repercussions of all my actions. You feel me? I don't say things and do things to people that I regret. If I do it, I stand on it. Like, you feel me? And if I stand on it, I got to be able to deal with the consequences and repercussions. So, coming from somebody like you that fight, that get busy, that, be accountable for their consequences, maybe you should, like, them two friends of yours, you should spread that love to them respectfully. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad. I ain't know that you rock with them like that, and that's good.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you.
Maybe that'll help them too. Like knowing that they probably don't know that you cool with me like that.
The thing is like this, like I'm cool with you and I'm cool with your baby mothers. There's only two of your baby mamas I'm cool with. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, it wasn't like necessary for me to tell you that I was cool with them, and it was necessary for me to tell them that I'm cool with you because
they know that.
But they're cool. Like both of your baby mothers, they cool. Both of them. Like I sort of like, and I met them on some $2 Tuesdays. I tell you, like I used to bartend stand third, and that's how I met them. They mad cool.
Yeah, they alright. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we could work through our differences, man, and basically all the.
I pray that y'all do.
And basically the differences we discussed here today, unknowingly, you discussed it out your own mouth. The reason why I'm having problems, I ain't even got to holler at y'all.
I'm like, yeah, because what is it? Because you ain't telling me shit, but I
ain't even got to holler. I ain't even got to say it.
I'm gonna stay neutral.
I ain't even got to say nothing.
I ain't gonna ask.
I ain't got to say nothing. Just listen to your friend talk on a podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? You listen to your friend. I ain't even have to tell her. I ain't even have to confess nothing. She said everything that I wanted to say for me. You feel me? And that's wrong.
I would just leave it at that.
But let's go back to Blue's Clues and talk about having like a deceased parent. You feel me?
That shit hard.
My parents still here. Whether me and my mother relationship strained or not, she's still here. I don't know what that's like. You feel what I'm saying? So, your parents still here. You don't necessarily know what it's like. As a child,
no.
But your children know this. Like, so try to like describe, like, cause that happened like when I came home. So I came home right like into that. Like you said, 7 years about to be 7. I'm about to.
I remember we was right here at $2 Tuesdays at this international. That's where I met you, and you walked up to me. And you like, yo, Blues is my homie. That's my man. Like I just found out who you was.
I know. And I was hanging around you before that, and we was chilling before that. But
and I didn't know. You like if you need anything or whatever. Like this nigga had me crying in $2 fucking Tuesdays. Like
crying tears,
crying tears. Like that shit meant a lot. I
remember that.
It did. It really did mean a lot to me though. Yeah. But it's hard. Like when I say it's hard, like my 8-year-old was 1. The baby was 10 months. So it's like my 8-year-old, he feels it more than my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old really don't remember. He don't have his moments where he be like, oh, I want my dad or I miss my dad. Like my 8-year-old could be sitting there, he start crying. I'm like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? He like, nothing. I'm like, nah, something wrong with you. Like I could tell by his expression, his vibe. Like, what's going on? He like, I just miss my dad. This, then, and third. Like, and in my phone, I have more memories of him and his dad than him and the 6-year-old. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like the 6-year-old looks just like that nigga, like spitting image. The crazy thing is like they the same fucking sign. Blue's Clues birthday was August 2nd. Our 8-year-old is August 11th, and our 6-year-old is August 16th. All the motherfuckers is Leos, y'all.
Oh, we gonna talk about Leos.
The fuck is you, a Leo?
No, all my fucking baby mothers is Leos.